This is Professor Michael Chapman. I'm one of the most experienced IVF doctors in Australia. I believe that an important part that I can contribute is to educate patients in relation to fertility, infertility, and all that involves. These series of podcasts help to educate you. I hope they are helpful to you. If you wish to know more, however, I'm more than happy to have you contact me via email, which is profmchapman@gmail.com, or make an appointment to see me on 9138 4222. Hi, I'm Professor Michael Chapman. I'm a senior fertility specialist, probably the most senior fertility specialist seeing patients in Australia at the moment. It just means I've had a long time in the business of getting women pregnant. 3,500 babies, it must be more now. But it has been a long and wonderful road, and I keep on keeping on. One of the important things about trying to get pregnant and that struggle, if it doesn't happen, is to understand and know as much as possible. And these podcasts are part of that process, I hope. Certainly our feedback suggests that they are useful. So I thought tonight we'd start talking about why women have more difficulty getting pregnant when they get older. Why does the biological clock catch up with women so early? Well, the truth is we don't really know why the clock ticks over so quickly. Because in all other cells in the body, we generally hang around till we're 60, 70, 80. But for some reason, the woman's ovaries decline, ovarian function declines, eggs decline over that once you get past the age of 40, heading ultimately towards the menopause. It was pointed out to me by one of my teachers that if we go back 200 years, not many women live beyond 50. So menopause wasn't such a big deal. But today, obviously, the average life expectancy for an Australian woman is getting up to 82, 84 years of age. So there's a huge period of time when ovarian function has gone and women suffer from the symptoms of not having estrogen around. So that a menopause ultimately is the running out of the eggs that were originally laid down when you were inside your mother's tummy. When you were 12 to 14 weeks, or she was 12 to 14 weeks pregnant, when you were about this sort of size, all of the eggs that you were ever going to get had already been laid down. And that, surprisingly, was some millions. By the time you were born, 7 or 8 months later, already you were down to 500,000 eggs. And from being born all the way through to menopause, you're losing eggs all the time. It's a natural process to the point where the 500,000 becomes zero and menopause occurs. So the first reason that we have less success when we're treating women with IVF in older women is egg numbers are reduced. So that's for a given dose of medication, we get less eggs. That's an expectation and is reflected before we start by us measuring something called AMH, anti-Müllerian hormone. And that hormone indicates to some extent the number of eggs that are residual in the ovary. And there's a graph that from about 30 on, the AMH level gradually declines, reflecting what's going on in the ovary in terms of egg numbers. What AMH does not do is tell us what the quality of those eggs are. So in addition to the loss of eggs in terms of numbers, there's also a decline in the quality of the eggs. And don't forget that you can access all the previous episodes by going to our website www.theivfjourney.com and select IVF Journey podcast from the navigation menu.